Hello and welcome to another episode of A Day in the District. I'm your host, Chelsea Whittington. A Day in the District is a program specifically designed to help you, the viewer, stay connected to your Gary Community School Corporation. As the school bells get ready to ring, what better guest could we have than our fair leader of the district, Dr. Paige McNulty, Hello. And right by her side is our Chief Academic Officer, Kim Bradley. Welcome, ladies.
Thanks. Great to be here.
Can you believe that it is already time for school to start? August 9th, Dr. McNulty.
I can believe it. Yes, we are ready to go. But a lot of people think that summer is a downtime for the school districts, but it's actually a very busy time for schools because we're busy preparing and hiring staff and getting the buildings all clean and doing all the capital projects that we can't do during the school time when students are in session. So,
yes.
But we're very excited. We're ready to go.
Well, before we even jump into the school year, I heard that summer school was all the rage as well. Kim, talk a little bit about how summer school went.
Yeah, we had 2 sessions of summer school this year. We had a K through 12 the first session and 9 through 12 the second. And we had very good attendance during those sessions. Our secondary students were able to take courses that they may want to kind of get out of the way, maybe some gym courses or things that they wouldn't want to take during the school year. So
I also got some feedback from some parents, community members, saying how good it is to be able to have summer school as a continuum of education, because you know sometimes summertime is like, oh, we forget everything, and so summer school, which was open to all students, allowed our scholars to keep that school mentality. Would you agree?
Absolutely. It's not just a gotcha kind of time. Well, you didn't do well during the school year, you have to go to summer. Absolutely. Our kids were able to do some enrichment programs too, which helped to keep that learning just alive the whole summer.
Yes.
I think the mind shift has changed a little bit around summer school, to your point, so that students can get ahead of their credits so that they have other opportunities in high school in particular, so that they can explore different strands to see what they might like to do. So that allows them to be ahead once they get into high school. And then if they need to repeat a class in the summer, they have that opportunity, which enabled us to help us get our graduation rate up this year.
Yes,
so we're really
I'm getting to that.
Really
That's the big
that.
drum roll.
Yeah.
And we have been pretty busy these past few days.
Yes.
So starting back with our Enrollment Fair, a 2-day affair, well attended both days, just getting everybody excited about the start of the school year. But there were also some special announcements that were made that I want to go over, and we'll take our time throughout the show, but you can't help but to see us wearing all of this blue and orange, and so it's all about the brand, and Cougar Nation are the words floating around. And so I'll start with you, Dr. McNulty, on this whole unification plan that we have going as far as the logos, the colors. What's the thinking behind that? Because we have folks that need to understand what we're doing.
Definitely. So we've talked a lot about it as a team, our administrative team, many teachers, and we've had some focus groups talking about this for quite a while now. And while we completely understand the historical relevance and the history with our schools and our different mascots that's happened across the city over the many years, we really felt that it was time to have a uniformed mascot, a uniform name, so that the students, the parents, and the community can all rally behind one thing and support our school district. So we decided to go with Cougars, so that when you're in elementary school, you know you're going to a little Cougar, you're going to aspire to be a big Cougar and continue on here at Westside Leadership Academy.
I think that's great. And the most that I'm hearing about is that baby cougar. What is it?
It's so cute.
It's so adorable.
It is adorable.
As are our children. And so I just wanted to give you the opportunity to explain the mindset behind that. And I would just add on that in many districts across the country, the region, when you enter the district, it's like, we are the Vikings, we are the whatever.
Right.
And you keep that mentality, and it continues to grow, and we grow together as a community.
That's right.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm thinking. All right. So,
and with that, I'm sorry to interrupt
go
you.
ahead.
It's so that we can continue to honor the mascots and the legacies before us. We are going to be installing a Hall of Fame here in the Surge at Westside. So we'll have many of the trophies that we've been storing in the plaques and pictures. We've got thousands of them. So we are working on that, and that will be installed here so that we can continue to preserve
and celebrate the history. And I have gotten inquiries about that. So I am looking forward to and working with that team on making sure that all of the different schools get their praises due.
Definitely.
And it's a museum type feel of sorts,
Right.
where people can come take pictures and say, oh, I remember when we won that state
Yeah.
track.
Right.
And so I think it's a great way to bring all of the history together under one roof and also move forward as Cougar
Yeah.
Nation. I
Yeah.
love it. So connected with that, that's the aspect from the outside. But there has also been a lot of work being done on the inside from an academic standpoint, and it is titled The Gary Way. Kim,
Yeah.
please expound.
Okay, so we talked, like Paige said earlier this spring and earlier, even parts of last year, about unifying our collective ideas around how we do our work. And so some of the strands in the Gary Way have to do with being sound fiscally, of course, but also that students are at the core of every decision that we make.
I like
and that goes across the board, from district admin all the way to teachers, building admin, students.
Dr. McNulty.
Yes, absolutely. That everything we do is about what is best for our student.
Yes.
Another strand is that we understand that children need that support around behavioral and academic
Yes.
supports. And so we are focused on the interventions for both of those, and that these will occur at every level, at every school, at every day. So,
I like that.
yeah.
And so it's like we dress the part and then we embody the part for the Gary Way. And obviously it will take time. Would you agree, Dr. McNulty, as
Yeah.
far as changing a culture, a mindset,
Right.
and getting buy-in?
Right. We just absolutely want everyone to know when they walk into our building what the expectations are for students, for staff, for ourselves, for parents, for community members who are coming in to volunteer, that when you walk in, this is the Gary Way, and then we're really, raising the bar of our expectations to everybody, because we want to continue to grow together, and so this just kind of helped us memorialize that and be able to explain that a little bit better with all the stakeholders. So we're really excited to be able to share that and roll it out this year.
I love it. Before we get out of here for our first segment, I just wanted to show my difference in colors and what I have on. I put on a Class of 2020 t-shirt.
I saw that.
In salute to
Yes.
those seniors who were in the throes of the pandemic.
Yes.
And I wanted to do this throwback to kind of show how far we've come. Before 30 seconds, Doc. How far have we come outside of the pandemic?
Oh my gosh, we could write a novel, but we have done a lot of work. We have pumped millions of dollars into this district, not only for academics, but for buildings repair and for athletics and for teacher raises, etc., professional development, and it's showing. The fruits of our labor is showing, and it's just an exciting time to be at the Gary Community Schools.
And when we come back, we're going to learn more about why it's so exciting to be here. We'll be right back.
Don't tell anybody, but I'm a bookworm. I'm one of those very ambitious, highly motivated, overachievers you've heard about. When I enrolled in Gary Community Schools, I thought I'd be all alone. Sort of like an anomaly or a unicorn. Turns out, that wasn't true at all. There's lots of us here.
Gary Schools. Strong, resilient, built for education.
Welcome back to A Day in the District. I'm your host, Chelsea Whittington, here chatting with our manager of the Gary Community School Corporation, Dr. Paige McNulty, and our Chief Academic Officer, Kim Bradley. When we exited out of our last segment, we were already pumped up about some of the things that are happening around the district. And I'm a visual type. So I love to be able to point out tangible things that we can say, see, and I'm going to take you all the way back to when we were pounding the streets, referendum time, and we were like, please support this referendum in support of our children. As you so eloquently stated before, our decisions are made around children.
That's right.
After the passage of it, eyebrows raised. What about my taxes? What are you doing with the dollars? But now we are at a point where things can be seen. Dr. McNulty, what can we see?
Well, first I want to say thank you again to the community for absolutely supporting the referendum and supporting it in a big way. And I think that there were some people that were nervous that we were going to pass the referendum and trusting whether we were really going to spend the money and spend it towards the district and to kids. And I can tell you we are absolutely spending every single penny is going right back into the district and doing everything that we promised that we were going to do with the referendum dollars, including, you know, the roofs and the HVAC and the parking lots and the raises for the staff who hadn't had a raise in 12 years, etc. So all those things are absolutely coming to fruition. The next things that are on the docket for this year are we really wanted to make sure that our classrooms looked up to par. We hadn't had new furniture in probably 30 years in a lot of our classrooms.
So you mean some of those chairs were like chairs I sat in?
Yeah, probably. You probably got your name scribbled on them.
Oh my, it's time.
So we worked with teachers and administrators and had many vendors come in and show us different samples, and they made the decisions on what they wanted to have for elementary versus secondary level. We really wanted to focus on collaborative teaching, collaborative learning groups, and project-based learning. So we don't want rows just of desks anymore and the teacher up front. That type of teaching is not really, you know.
It's a little antiquated.
Yeah, I was going to ask him, as an academic officer, what kind of impact does the change in furniture make?
Yeah, well, the environment makes a big change to the type of learning that happens in the classroom.
Okay.
And so like Paige was saying, those small group settings, when you have them in flexible seating, they allow for different ways to teach the students and for the students to interact with each other. And that's the best kind of learning that happens.
And I think the kids will just think it's cool.
Oh,
right?
absolutely. It'll look completely different, and that tells the child this is a whole different oasis, you know? Yeah. And
The Gary way.
The Gary
so when can we
way.
expect the furniture, Doc?
So the furniture should all be here over Christmas break, holiday break. All the furniture will be removed out of all the classrooms, and all the new furniture will be installed so that when the teachers and the students come back in January, it'll be all fresh,
It's
ready
like
to go.
Christmas.
Right.
Have fun facilities team.
Oh, yeah.
We have
don't
some
bring that
already,
up.
though, at the secondary. At
starting
the
to
middle
arrive.
school, we have some already, right?
Yeah, a lot of the chairs are coming in for the middle school, but all the rest of every single classroom will be retrofitted in January.
Nice. I think that also would be another amenity for the teachers, because I hear the talk about the importance of climate and culture, and furniture attributes to
That's
that
right.
as well.
Yeah.
Right. I love it. So on to some of the more pressing issues when we talk about facilities. I know that with Westside being our flagship high school, we were having a lot of things done. The tennis court, you mentioned the parking lot, we have the track, and the turf is still underway with the football field. Can you just give us a status
Absolutely.
update?
The turf is here.
Okay.
And so the people that are installing it will be working around the clock, 7 days a week. So it will be open for opening day, August, I think it's 26th, our opening game, I should say. So we're very excited about that. It's absolutely beautiful. It's going to have a nice, beautiful cougar on it.
Oh,
yay.
You know,
So
I love that.
We'll have an opening ceremony, ribbon cutting ceremony. We hope we can all come and watch it.
Yes.
It's going to be a wonderful celebration. We've got all new lighting out there, a whole new Jumbotron, sound system.
And
So
it's what the children
it's-
deserve.
Yeah, restrooms,
State of the
lockers have
art.
all been rehabbed so that they have a place they feel proud hosting games.
Yes, and
So-
the community as
Yes.
well. And that's why I really wanted you to explain
Yeah.
and show what we have to look forward to. And for those of you who are watching, make sure you follow our website and social media, as we will announce all the details for the ribbon cutting. We want those stands filled with blue and
Absolutely.
orange, parents and stakeholders, etc.
We painted all the
You
stands.
painted them?
Well, I didn't.
Okay.
I picked the color.
Okay.
All right.
She will. It's all in fun. I have seen cars come by, and recently Westside had a reunion weekend, and a lot of the alumni just had to drive by. They were like, I'm in town, I heard what was happening,
Yes.
and lots of seals of approval. How does that make you feel as you were coming in emergency. Remember that word?
I do remember that word.
So we threw that out the
Yeah.
window and
It's no longer an
forward.
emergency.
It's no longer an
It's
emergency.
we are out of the emergency zone, if you will. All of our bills are paid, and we've got money, fortunately, to be able to do these things. All of our vendors are paid. We don't have creditors breathing down our back. IRS is paid. So our district is financially solvent, which is a fabulous place to
Yes.
be. Now we just need to make sure that we're putting all the foundations in place so that as we transition forward, all this stuff will stick and continue forward.
That's right.
Because we want all this to continue to thrive for kids and the staff that are here. So
Absolutely. And so then that has us turned and laser focused on academics, which is your whole wheelhouse, Kim. And I want to touch quickly on test scores. There's some slight elevation with test scores, and we're headed in the right path to make big leaps and
We
bounds.
are, and you are absolutely right. We've had some slight increases on iLearn and large increases in growth on iReady.
Yes.
Some of the two of the assessments that our students take. And we are laying the foundation to only improve those scores.
Yes.
We have our teachers training today and throughout the school year actually on various topics that will no doubt improve those scores. Our students are going to show the improvements because they're getting what they need. And so we're very excited about this.
Now, and when we talk about increases, these increases occurred during a pandemic. Dr. McNulty, what are our potentials when you think about coming back to our traditional classroom settings?
yeah, sky's the limit in my opinion, you know. And I think again, if you give the teachers the tools that they needed and the students the tools, and people are energized and the support, there's no place to go. But we're going to continue to thrive like we have been over the last several years now. So we're super
Absolutely.
excited. As she mentioned, all the staff are here today doing professional development. We've got teachers in different rooms getting training, and they're excited when you walk in, and they're anxious to learn about all the new stuff. So it's a great thing.
Yes, it was great seeing everyone pack the gymnasium.
Yes.
People hadn't seen one another since the summer break, and so now it's time for us to hit the ground running, all in the name of children. You are watching A Day in the District, a program designed to help you, the viewers, stay connected to your Gary Community School Corporation. We ask that you stay tuned because when we come back, we're going to talk more about the district hiring and graduation rate. Stay right there.
It's gross. I don't really want to talk about it. She didn't want to at first, but I mean, it's no big deal. Everybody does it.
I was ready, totally ready, because we had been practicing this dance for weeks.
He was supposed to take this girl to this dance, but
I sprained my ankle at track practice.
I hate sharing anything personal. It's so disgusting. For the dance, I let her wear my shoes and she hated it, but I thought she looked great in them.
he could barely even walk.
I ended up taking some pills for my pain.
Yeah, they were my mom's, but
It didn't go well.
If it's not yours, if it's not yours,
if it's not yours,
Hey you,
don't take it.
don't take it.
Don't take it.
don't take it. You won't believe what happened next.
Hello, my name is Dr. Paige McNulty. I'm the manager for the Gary Community School Corporation, and I am pleased to be joined today with the Jackson 5 family members, Tito and Marlon Jackson. Hi, how are you? Thanks for being here today.
Not only are we members of the world-famous Jackson 5, but we are proud products of the Gary schools.
Growing up in Gary, our school system afforded great opportunities from academics to extracurricular activities.
And today is no different. This is why we encourage you to enroll your child in the Gary schools today.
For more information, please call 219-881-5466 or visit garyschools.org. And please remember, enroll in Gary Schools today.
Yes,
That's right.
definitely enroll.
Gary Schools.
Strong, resilient.
Built for education.
Welcome back to A Day in the District. I'm still your host, Chelsea Whittington. A Day in the District is a program designed to help you stay connected to the Gary schools. We have been chatting with our manager, Dr. Paige McNulty, and Chief Academic Officer, Kim Bradley. Amazing, phenomenal strides being made here in the district, and let us continue. So early in the show, you kind of
Teased
gave a
Okay.
teaser about graduation rates. And I know that was another thing. It's my job to kind of keep my ear to the ground on what are the issues in the community. And so some want to know, well, who's graduating and how many? So you have some updates, Doc.
Yeah, so currently today our graduation rate is 79%. That's our preliminary number. It still has to be vetted by the DOE, but our graduation rate looks like it's going to be 79%, which is a huge increase from last year. Super proud of the teachers, super proud of the counselors and the administrators and parents and students, right?
Yes.
Who worked so hard to get there. But again, I attribute it to all the different options and access that we gave to the students that they maybe didn't necessarily have before. The fifth-year cohort, the two summer school cohorts, the after-school tutoring, the study tables for athletics, and the list goes on and on. I think that has helped a lot. You know, we went from 5 strands or so at the career technical education. Now we've got 16, 17 different strands.
Yes.
We've got our own radio show at the Career Technical Education Center. So all those opportunities absolutely help students to be able to continue forward, and it has definitely boosted our graduation rate. So super proud of the students and everybody.
Now watch me pile on to that with the amazing news. Kim, we are sitting in a facility here at Westside Leadership Academy that is poised to become a college prep school.
Well, we are
Please
working
talk to
on,
me about that.
Yes, we are working on a dual credit program. It's in its infancy.
Okay.
However, we are working on that strand for our students. So they have several options today, but they will have additional options once we have that program all the way off the ground.
And so for a parent watching that's looking to enroll their child, what would that mean? Is it when you say dual credit, just so they understand?
So students are able to go to college whilst still in school,
And
still
we
in
pay
high
for
school.
it.
Yes, and we pay for it. So they could graduate with an associate's degree already.
Yes.
And so that makes a huge difference to the lives of our kids who choose to do that path.
Yes, I just wanted to throw that out there because I think that is so awesome. For
They
them.
can do that, and they can go to the Career
Career
Center
Center,
yes.
and get a certification that we'll pay for, and so they'd have both of those
Coming out the
coming
door.
out the
Coming out
door.
the door.
I
Right.
love it. These are the types of things that we want our community to know. And we also want them to know that we're still enrolling. So if you're looking to enroll your scholar, head on over to garyschools.org and get started because class starts on August 1st. So, August 9th. Look at me. I've already started us.
And can I just say real quick,
Sure.
I really am hoping that you hear that message because we really want the students in school the very first day of school on August 9th because that's such an important week because they're learning the procedures and they're learning, you know, their schedule and their teachers and lots of important things are happening that first week of school. We had over 4,000 students enroll those 2 days at the registration fair. It was fabulous.
Yes.
And we've had a couple hundred each day since then enrolling. So our
coming.
registration is looking fabulous.
Yes.
So we just want to make sure that we have the proper amount of staff at each school. So please make sure that you're registering and getting your student here so that we're prepared for them.
I can't wait. And speaking of preparation, I have to say it, Doc, and just forgive me. Are we going to have amazing lunch? Are we going to have soap in the bathrooms? Are we going to have toilet paper? All these basic things that we know.
Yeah.
But the facilities look great. And
Facilities
I just want
look
them to
great.
know.
The facilities look great. We've been meeting with our vendors, Sodexo, and our janitorial staff on a regular basis, and so they absolutely know the expectations, the Gary way, on what we want our buildings to look like as far as cleanliness and bathrooms being stocked and regular rounding of those restrooms. So that's absolutely not a problem.
Yes,
Yeah.
I tease at it,
Yeah.
but it has to be said
Absolutely,
to
yeah.
just say we are ready for school.
Yes, we are.
There's one other piece to this as we have a national conversation around school safety, Doc. And so I spoke with our director of security on a previous episode, Cliff Caldwell. Talk to me how you all are feeling about our safety plan, both in schools and on buses. We got that tight too.
Yeah, so we actually had the buses here yesterday, I think it was. The days are
And
running
today.
together. And practicing our school safety drills with our staff members so that they're prepared. All of our buses have video cameras and sound on them so that we can see what's going. We have worked diligently working with the county, the sheriff department, and our local police department here so that we're all in collaboration with emergency plans. We've got emergency buzzers installed at every classroom in every office building.
We've hired additional support staff.
We've hired many additional support staff, and we have drills that have been going on all summer. We've got new keys, locked doors for all of our classroom settings. So we really feel like we have been working diligently to ensure that our schools are safe, and we will be doing lots of conversations with our students because they are a part of this as well, so that they can help have those conversations with a trusted adult, so that if they hear something or see something, that they can talk with somebody in private, because we want our schools to be a safe zone when you come to school, and that means all of us working together to make that happen.
That is excellent, and it's so funny because when Cliff was on, he was saying the same things, that in fact that Gary schools were ahead of the curve when it comes to, you know, why have metal detectors and clear backpacks and things like that, because we know that we want our students and staff to be in a safe place. As we get ready to wrap up, I'm going to ask each one of you your wish for this school year, August 9th and beyond. As we open those doors, the bells ring. You go first, Doc.
Well, I want to welcome the community to continue to partner with us. We want our parents to partner with us. Please get involved with our school district. You can come and volunteer. You can come and mentor a student. But please check out our website and see how you can become involved in knowing what's happening here within our school, because there's lots of opportunities not only to volunteer but to work here. We still have openings for many different avenues: teaching, substitute teaching, teacher assistants, etc. So we would love for you to become part of our family here. So please watch it and see what's happening.
And Kim?
I would say I am really, really excited about what we have the foundation for, and really, really not just hopeful, but I just know that at the end of the year we will be talking about some phenomenal data points, because our teachers are energetic, they're ready to go. Our kids, of course, are going to be energetic when they come. They take the cue from us, and I am really excited about the school year. Very, very optimistic.
Well, you all have me all fired up. The Gary Way. Again, school starts on Tuesday, August 9th, but we are already still enrolling our scholars so that you can be there on the very first day. So if you are interested, please visit garyschools.org. You have been watching A Day in the District, a program just for you, the viewer, to stay connected to your Gary Community School Corporation. I've been your host, Chelsea Whittington. We're going to have a great school year. Yes, we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
WSTG